What's up, guys? How's it going? Thanks for checking out this video. Today we're just going to be talking about a very new Kickstarter. It's called Tide Realm Corsairs, and I'm very much looking forward to this line just because it is really an all fantasy pirates line. Haven't seen a lot of pirate figures out there. It's actually, to me, it's all new in regards to a whole new storyline, everything that's going about it. It's a whole new IP. It's almost about to hit its goal, and I'm very much just looking forward to this line. So I hope for those of you that are watching, you're going to get a good understanding of what this line is all about, as well as how easy it is to kind of navigate through Kickstarter, so you can pick out what you might want to be a backer for. There's like a few different characters that you can actually choose from, or you can actually go all in and grab all the figures and accessories that will be included in this Kickstarter. But the biggest thing about this is reaching that goal, and they're very, very, very close to it. So I'm going to dive into the Kickstarter website so you can actually see what this is all about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I hope you get to learn something from this as well. If you're already a backer, please let me know what backer number you are. I'm actually backer number 30. I was very excited to back this on day one. So by all means, take a look at this. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you're also a backer as well. So let's jump into the Kickstarter website so you can kind of see what's going on here. So this is Tide Realm Corsairs, the fantasy pirate action figures. As you can see here, there's 11 more days to go. Hopefully by the time I'm doing this, you'll have enough or by the time you guys are watching this, you'll have enough time to be a backer on this. They're at 134,000, which is absolutely amazing. They actually reached more than half of what they were going for on like the first few days, and it was actually amazing to see that going. 549 backers, like I said, 11 days to go. These are your three main characters that will be the first wave of this series. So what you're going to see here is everything based upon this campaign, and the campaign is based on the storyline that they've created here, and who created it is a husband and wife team, Quaid and Abigail. I had the pleasure of meeting both of them at Legions Con 2025. They had a table at Legions Con as well that showcased all three of these figures. So it was very highly detailed, and it is amazing to look at. So I can't wait to see more, and we'll kind of get through all of this in the campaign here to kind of show you what's going on. It's telling them your story, as you can see, husband and wife team, inspired by the craftsmanship of Four Horsemen Studios. So if you're not familiar with the Four Horsemen Studios with their popular lineup of Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions figures, they are diving into other things as well, such as the figure Obscura. I have been a big fan of Mythic Legions, and I have amassed quite a collection of their figures. So for Quaid here to partner with the Four Horsemen and create some of these sculpts is wonderful, because we've never seen a pirate line in God knows how long. I have no idea. I think the last time I saw a pirate line was Pirates of the Caribbean. So and by back then, those weren't really any articulated figures. This at least will have some fairly good articulation. Here's some images to kind of show you what is going on. This is a 1/12 scale modern action figure, so it's approximately 7 inches tall, 22 plus points of articulation, with a bunch of accessories that comes with it. Here, as you can see, this was an image at Legions Con, so they actually had quite a few things on the table to showcase the figures, with some dioramas as well. Great to see that. And of course, they've already been working with a huge storyline going on based upon these characters that they've created. So collaborated with several talented artists, including Noah Caballero at Edge Comics and Dimitri Padoan, to create artwork. So that's very cool to see this whole story come to life. So I'm actually excited to get to read a lot of that stuff. Partners here from the Four Horsemen, Chris and Bill, and of course Cornboy here, and Jeremy Gerard, George Gaspar and Jeremy Gerard, to structure this campaign to help hopefully make this thing come to life. So I'm very excited to see that these guys are actually helping Tide Realm Corsairs in uh, completing this campaign. Here, showing the articulation, as you can see, there is a breakdown that's going to show you where all their articulation points are. Shoulder, ball, swivel, bicep. So it's for more modern action figures. These are typical things that we're going to see. So here, as you can see, the 22 points of articulation. They're going to show you some 3D images just to showcase some of the articulation of how that's going to work out for the characters that they are producing for Wave 1. And of course, you guys can check this out in more detail as you check out the website on Kickstarter. The exploded view of the articulation, so you can see all the different hinges and ball joints to showcase where those articulation points are going to be focused on for each character, by the way. And it's also showing some size comparisons, so if this is a figure that's going to be well presented in your collection, because a lot of people they want to make sure that there are characters that they buy that's within scale of other lines that they do. And of course, they're showcasing here some size comparisons with some Mythic Legions, and it definitely fits right well with Mythic Legion characters. So this is actually pretty cool to see these characters here line up with them. And here is their world of the Tide Realm Corsairs. So it's very similar to me in regards to how the Land of Mythos for Mythic Legions, they've created something very unique here for the world that they've created, and I'd love to see it being fleshed out with more characters. So very cool to see, like, they're creating this world here. I really enjoy that. Introducing the characters here, Captain Morningstar. As you can see, it is $55. Does come with 3 weapons, an alternate head, and 6 pairs of hands right there. Now, seeing these in person is actually sometimes pictures don't do it justice. When you see it in person, it's actually really, really awesome to see. Like I said, I did see these at Legions Con 2025, and I did see them at a recent toy show, ToyCon New Jersey 2026, where they were there to showcase these figures as well. And Captain Morningstar, for a traditional pirate, this looks really amazing. You can see the detail and all the different paint that's being applied here for these characters. Then it goes down to the Perished, which is the second character in this wave, Captain Deathmoid. Captain Deathmoid actually has 2 weapons and the 6 pairs of hands. A whole lot more sculpt in this one. A whole lot more sculpt, a lot more detail with the paint as well. Again, this is $55. You can see here with the coat, the coat, and having that torso of a skeletal structure looks really cool. And I know a lot of this can be taken off as well, so they are modular. You can change things up, and that's also part of the campaign. You'll see a lot of the accessories that's going to be included in here once we reach the goal. The Tideborn, and this is Captain Charybdis. This looks really, really cool to have this type of character in with this lineup of pirates, but also to use it as you see fit with whatever line you may want to use it for as well, whether it be, in my head, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, whether it be Mythic Legions or Savage Crucible. I'm definitely interested in getting all 3 of these figures, because I think within this fantasy realm they can go very well together. This figure, also $55. It is coming with 2 weapons as well as 6 pairs of hands. All of them look incredible in the detail that they're showcasing here, and the amount of paint detail is astounding to me, because this one, with all the coral sculpt, you have so much of that green that's showcased throughout the arms, the legs, the coat itself. My God, even the weapons is seriously, like, uh, the level of detail, I'm very, very impressed with it. So uh, these are these are a very welcoming lineup of figures is in the fantasy realm for my collection, and I am very excited to see this come to fruition. So I know we're not there yet in terms of the goal, but I would definitely love to see these, and I hope you guys would like to be a backer as well with these characters, because by all means these look incredible. And I'm sure when you get to understand the story and read the story, it's going to be a much more of a big deal with how you represent them in your collection. So here, what has been unlocked so far? And of course, with Kickstarter, you can go to the different areas. As you can see, there's a marker here that shows you where you're at on the campaign. So what has been unlocked based upon how much has been pledged so far? These are accessories. There's a captain's kit that actually comes with additional arms and alternate heads to utilize for the three characters that we just mentioned. So that's actually really awesome. This is a $25 set right here that you're getting three different heads and three different sets of arms to interchange with the main character that you have. So that's to me, that's really cool, because if you don't want to utilize, the main characters and just create uh like army builders, this is a serious option to get multiple of these. As you can see here, when you change out Captain Deathmoid, Morningstar, and Charybdis, look at the difference it makes. You basically complete a whole new character. And I see modularity in figures is amazing, because you can just create your own characters if you wanted to. And then uh right here, oh, this is still part of Captain's Kit. So you can see the difference. You remove the coat of the captains, right? Change out the arms, because the arms are go with the coat, and then you have two different characters that you can utilize, considering the head sculpts that you see here. Uh, so that's really cool. These are army builders. You create a an army of pirates that you wanted to. Same thing with Deathmoid, as you can see, alternate. You take out the coat, arms as well, change it up. Now you have a whole new different character, like so. And again, with Charybdis, change it out. That's what you're getting right here. So very cool. Love to see that. It's cool that you see here, like when you just take off the coat and change the arms, you basically have your captain without a coat, and like you have options, which is very cool to see. The crew builders have been unlocked as well. So these are actual separate characters. These aren't uh, changing out the main characters you have. These are actual army builders. So these are actually $35 a piece, and these actually come with an alternate head, some accessories, weapons, 6 pairs of hands. So here's your pirate, and you can change out the parts. You can do the part swapping with the changing out the heads, hats, everything like that. So look, you can create like 4 different characters if you wanted to. So getting one of these, and then you have the parish, which is the other crew builders. um, so very clever crew builders instead of army builder. But this is the figures that you can add on to the captains and create that crew that you want for the pirates, which is incredible to see. So many different options to choose from. There's the part swap options as well. And of course, here with the Tideborn, this actually has an alternate head, which is similar to Charybdis as well, but in a different color. So awesome to see that as well. Um, Next up, some of the stretch goals that have been revealed as the Coral Wraith, which is like an alternate look of the Charybdis figure. So many cool things here, especially with newer weapons as well. So you're getting more weapons here for this character as well. This is $65, but it's the color scheme on this looks really awesome to see. alternate head, which is wild because you're actually getting like the the I forgot the like the Deathmoid character here that's going to be included. So it will be completely different, and you can change it for looking like this Coral Wraith character. So that's awesome. I like to see stuff like that where you can change that up a bit. Perished, I'm sorry, perished character. That's the word I was looking for. So here, this will unlock at 155K, which means that is the goal. The 155K is the goal for this entire thing to be seen through fruition. Here also unlocks at 155K, which is extremely important. Once we hit that goal of 155K, it is a go. The campaign is going to be set, and we could go for more of what as well. But to get our three main characters, to get the pirate, the crew members, uh, once we hit 155K, this will also be unlocked, and we're going to get a ton more accessories, which is amazing to see now that we're going to actually create more of the characters that you may want to change it up with, especially when you do your crew building, because the crew building, in my eyes, is going to be what's more important to get those multiple crew builders and change them all up. And how I see that is because look at these. We got these universal peg legs or the hook hands, more weapons as well. That's awesome to see. So you can see here 2 pistols, 2 flintlocks, 2 cutlasses, the hook hand, and the peg leg. And here we'll show you what those will do for your characters as well. So taking either the Deathmoid character, you can change it up by changing out the hand into a hook or the leg into a peg leg. Same thing with Charybdis. You can do that here, as well as using it under crew builders. See that? That's really cool. Here's the pirate gear for it. Did I not mention that? So this is the Marauder gear. Okay, so this is using for the perished or Captain Charybdis. And then at the pirate gear, this looks great too. Same idea, different coloring, flintlocks, pistols, buccaneer blades. So those are newer swords. And then you have your universal peg leg and the hook hand, which using your pirate crew builder, changed them up. Look at that. You got more new characters you can build with the crew builder, as well as you can change up your Captain Morningstar with the captain's kit and the pirate gear. Look at that. You can change all of that up as well. So that's very cool. I love the options that you can see here. The Tideborn, same idea. You can utilize that as well. So we are still waiting to see what's going to happen at 165K. There'll be a mystery bonus unlock. But at 175K, they're already showcasing what will be unlocked if they reach the 175K. The Gravemoor, the Storm Hex. So very similar to Deathmoid, but of course this color scheme is wild to look at. As you can tell, it's very reminiscent to me of a Skeletor color. So that looks really cool, just in this pirate outfit. And of course, you can see here there's uh, the layout of all the accessories that you get for this one. So that looks very cool to see that at 175K. And then here at 200K, we have the Void of the Black Tide. We have here, it looks more like Deathmoid as well, but it seems like it's a whole new character coming from a different part uh, of the world that they have envisioned here. So this looks very cool, very lava like I don't know how. I know this is just a 3D rendition, but I'm very curious to see how this will actually hold up and look with the paint. That's very interesting to see, and I hope we get to see that as well. But this one will unlock at 200K. Look at that. That looks wild. That looks really cool. And if the weapon, yeah, see, the weapons will all look the same. This is actually a very cool color scheme. I really like that. It's very unique. I've never seen anything like that, so I'm curious to see how the paint will go for that figure. So of course there's some more Kickstarter and convention exclusives. They're actually introducing two new characters here. Captain Arterius the Blood Tide and a Paris Dweller. I'm hoping I pronounced that right, but this is going to be unlocked at 230K. I'm sure by the time we, yeah, here we go. Two characters waiting to be unveiled when we hit 165K. So this I'm curious, very curious to see what these characters may look like. I'm going to hope that there are newer head sculpts or face sculpts to introduce something new, to be part of this storyline. Okay, here's what we're going to show. This is what it is. This is what I was looking for in the rewards. So when you go into Kickstarter and you want to, pledge for what you want to get, this is how it's going to work out. So the biggest one here is the $500 all in. So you can see here that they've already shown you what is going to be unlocked for the stretch goals. Now, how this works is, I know that if not all the stretch goals get unlocked, let's just say it doesn't reach the 230K, you can use that money within the 500 to add on other things like a crew member or another Morning Star or another Death Moid. That's how I believe that's going to work. The first simple thing is, for the pledging, is if you want to get a sticker pack, you got a digital art file that you can get as well. The captain's kit, that's going to be for $25. You can do that. The Tideborne crew builder at $35. The Perished crew builder at $35. And the pirate crew builder at $35. So these are all available at the moment for you to back. And I highly recommend the crew builders, because that's what's really going to flesh out the characters to have in your collection. So of course, the main ones are Captain Deathmoid, Alistair Morningstar, and Charybdis. Those are your three main ones. Those are your three main characters to start off the collection. So that's really what you want to pick. I've picked all three, and then I've picked a crew member for each. Now, I believe there is some combination packs, like I mentioned earlier. So let me see if I can get to that. Here you go. This is it. So we have the Rise of the Gentleman of Fortune all in. So this $120 will get you the Captain Morningstar and two crew builders for 120 bucks. So that's actually pretty good. Right here, you can see here, bundle includes Captain Morningstar, two crew builders, and all the accessories from the loadouts that you saw previously. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. I think you save like $5 if you get this. I know, I swear to God, I feel like I got this one and the Death Mode one. Which is why, or if not, I'm going to change my kit. Here is the Tideborne all in Awaken. So again, you get Charybdis and two crew builders to showcase, not to showcase, to get within your set. So I like these. I like these combination packs, because you're saving a little bit of money. At the same time, you're actually building onto your crew, and that actually helps out a lot with fleshing out a whole, team of pirates that you're gonna go on. So I like these a whole lot more than just buying, the individual ones. So I remember I did. Where is it? I know I could. Oh, you know what? It's probably because it's part of my pledge, and that's why. Yeah, here you go. This was my selection, the Surge of the Perished all in. So this here, that's my main selection, and then I added, Morning Star and Charybdis, and I may just swap it out and just do one of these, and then one of the Gentleman, Rise of the Gentleman, for that, because I'll get my two crew builders there, and then the Charybdis. So it all varies. I think that's not a bad price for getting, the three figures for this Kickstarter. So To each their own, by all means. I think this is going to be a really cool set to have in the collection. So this should be something easily. Now, if you manage your pledge, let me see if I can work this out for you guys and show you what I do. So when you manage your pledge, this is where you're going to select everything, and it shows you what you've already selected, and it shows you all of your add-ons to it. So I've when this got updated, I selected this as my main, and then you do all your add-ons. So as you can see, I have the Surge of the Perished, and then I added a Morning Star, and I added the Charybdis, and then I added another Pirate Crew Builder. But if I wanted to change it, let me see if I can show you that. So, well, let's see if I can add. Let's see if I add you. And oh, okay, so no, this is, see how it changes when you select it. Whatever you pick here to select it will completely change your reward. So now let's go back to rewards, and I'm going to pledge. This is what's important. You're going to do a pledge here, and now that's your reward. Now, as you can see here, it's up to your add-ons. So my add-ons, I've already had those on there. If I update and have my captain's kit, this should show up here. There's your captain's kit right there. So this is my reward. And then if I change this, Rise of the Gentleman, right? I said I wanted to add this on there. And here it is. So now that I have Morningstar, I could remove this one and remove a pirate builder as well. So let's see if I can show you that as well. So here's the crew pirate builder. You can see that it's already showing I already have one here. I can deduct that. And if I find Morningstar, I can deduct that as well. Now it's showing you here my main pledge and then my add-ons. So Charybdis, the Captain's Kit, and the Rise of Gentleman, which of course includes 3 figures, right? So that's showing you right there. I have a total of 320. That's going to be that's going to be my pledge. And then in 11 days, when this thing funds at 155, that's typically when you get charged for it. So the next part is your payment. When you do your new pledge, you can either pledge in full or you can actually pledge over time, which is actually a really neat feature that Kickstarter does. So that's really, really important. It's kind of like a PayPal Pay in 4. If you've ever used PayPal and if you've ever used a Pay in 4, it charges you every other 2 weeks or so. This one, you can be charged for your pledge over 3 payments at no extra cost. So we'll divide up my payment of, let's say, $320 over 3 different payments, no extra cost. Or you can just have you charge right when the Kickstarter is funded. So that's what we want to see. I'm normally just pledge in full. If you pledge over time, it doesn't hurt your pledge. Everyone will get their figures at the exact same time. So if I confirm my changes, then everything would be good to go. So as you can see, it shows that I had a previous total of 265, but now I have a total of 320 for all the changes that I've made for the characters that I wanted. And if I confirm changes, there you go. Now you can see this is where we're at. I've updated my pledge. And of course, if the project reaches its funding goal, your card will be charged on June 8th. So that's where you got to make sure and know what's going to happen. And here we are, 155,000 goal. We are at 134,000. So that is very, very close. We are so close to getting this funded and getting these figures through fruition. So that is what you're going to be seeing. So let me get back to the Kickstarter. Actually, no, let me just do this. So there you have it, guys. I know that was a lot to take in, but I hope you kind of learned how that all works in terms of Kickstarter and for this new campaign, Tide Realms Corsairs. Actually, it's very exciting to see new figures. especially something that's so different. It's a whole new IP, and I'm glad they were able to get this Kickstarter going, work with the Four Horsemen. Hopefully, we'll get to see these figures uh, in the next year or so when hopefully we get this thing funded. So if you're if you are very interested in it, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts about this line. I know I'm excited for it. I've like I said, I've met Quaid, I've met Abigail at Legion's Con. I've seen the figures in hand, and I think they look amazing. And I hope to add them to my collection, because with this Pirates line, it's so different, it's so new, something that's going to change it up in your collection, and I like that. I do like that, and it looks really, really awesome. And I love to see Kickstarters move in the right direction. So, uh, if you're already a backer, let me know what backer number you are. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this information. Which figures would you like to get? Which characters do you think is really cool? I know for the whole first wave of this, I'm absolutely going to buy as much as I can. But you saw what my pledge is, so you guys can understand how this thing works and how you can do it. So let me know. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you can help out and get this thing going, and we'll get to hit the goal of 155. So thank you all. Appreciate it. Hope to see you soon, and I hope to see you on the next hunt.